Hey, I'm Glenn Quinton from StageBuddy.com, and this is an artist spotlight with Coco Cohn. Tell me about this play, this musical, Mamma Mia.
Mamma Mia is a story built around the songs of ABBA. There are 26 ABBA songs from the ABBA Gold album, and they are built into a story about a woman who has a young daughter who's getting married, and she is forced to figure out which one of the men that she was with 20 years ago are the father of this child.
So who's the father?
We don't ever actually know for sure. I have my ideas of who I think the father is, but everyone comes and has an idea of who they think the father is too.
And who do you play in the musical?
I play Rosie, and Donna Sheridan is the lead character of the show. Donna had an all-girl band in the 70s, and we wore spandex, and I was her kooky sidekick. She has two friends, Tanya and Rosie, and I play Rosie, the bookish one.
What's your favorite thing about playing Rosie?
She's kooky and she's a clown, but she's smart and she's endearing and she's the glue that holds the friendships together, I feel like.
How long have you actually been with the show?
I just celebrated my 2-year anniversary in the show, June 4th.
What's the biggest difference between Broadway and television?
They're two different animals completely. I spent about 10, 11 years in Los Angeles doing film and television work, and it's just a completely different experience. Of course, it's acting still, but it's a lot of little bits of acting at a time and then waiting around to do little bits of acting again. And doing a Broadway show night after night, 8 shows a week, is about telling a story with a linear experience, a through line of a story. There's nothing like having an audience. An audience, especially in our piece, I feel like, is another character in the show. We feed off them, they feed off us. In film and television, you just don't get that. I think I can't turn back now that I've done Broadway.
Is there like a fun story from rehearsal or from being backstage or being on stage?
I had an experience that was pretty crazy. I did a production of The Drowsy Chaperone. I played the titular role, and we were heading toward the end of the show, and one of the winches, I guess we're pulled a little bit late, they're pulling some set off, and I make a sort of beeline straight down center entrance, and it came late and tripped me. I went falling flat on my face. I'm playing a drunk character, so perhaps no one knew. They were like, wow, she's really committed to being drunk. Bloody lip, like big fat lip, bloody lip, gash in my leg, and I'm thinking, did I lose my tooth? We have to, the next part of the show, we have to hold in a freeze for an extended period of time. I don't know how long it is, but it's multiple minutes. And I know blood dripping down me, and we're in a freeze, and I just sort of say to the guy playing Rodolfo, is my tooth still there? And he's like, yeah, are you okay? I'm like, I don't know. You know, we're trying to whisper, have tear, one little single tear dripping down. I'm like, the show must go on, right? He's like, you should leave anytime. I'm like, no, I gotta finish the thing. So it was one of those, you can't believe that happened to you sort of stories. And I went through it, finished the show, that was a matinee, did the evening too. I'm one of those people who's like, it's what you do. But one of the castmates had a friend in the house, and she said exactly that. She said, that one who played the drunk one, she was so funny. She got drunker and drunker and drunker. She finally fell on her face. And she's like, yeah, that's what she did. They call that acting, right?
So some advice, how do you stay motivated? You know, in the process like that where, you know, in the audition process and in life, just motivated to continue doing what you love?
Well, I think tenacity might be the biggest ingredient in a career in the arts. I remember my first day at NYU, my drama teacher saying to the class, I'm not kidding, if there is anything else in the world you can do, this is going to do this directly to the camera, if there is anything else in the world you can do that will bring you joy, leave today and go do it. And that was a scary thing to hear at 18, but she wasn't wrong, because if you can't enjoy the journey of it, it took me a long time to get to Broadway. If you can't enjoy the journey of it, this is not the career for you. So staying motivated is knowing you're unique, knowing you have a gift, keep showing up, keep embodying completely who you are. Don't try to be some idea of what you read on a breakdown. Then find ways to act when you're not being hired to act. Sit around a room and read a new play. Paint a painting. Do what you can do. Take classes. Make a YouTube video. Do things that keep your creative juices flowing. And you are an artist. You can call yourself that and feel proud to be that. And maybe you'll get a chance to be on Broadway if you stick with it. And maybe you won't, but still doing it at every level can be as satisfying as anything else. I really believe that.
Thank you so much for taking the time to speak with StageBuddy today. We love you, and you're such an inspiration, for sure.
It's my pleasure.
Awesome. I'm Glenn Quinton for StageBuddy.com, and this was an Artist Spotlight.